it's gonna start over. It's gonna screw it up. Hi guys.
against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals.
Nice. Where is that? There.
Gentlelady yields back. As you know, this is our final meeting of our committee.
Aww.
Over the course of the last year and a half, we presented evidence in 10 public hearings, testimony from our brave law enforcement officers, senior White House, and campaign officials, and many others. Today, we are prepared to share our findings with you. But before we do so, it's important to remember what we've learned, and critically, exactly what happened at the United States Capitol on January 6th. Without objection, I include in the record a video presentation of some of the key evidence our investigation has uncovered.
There were officers on the ground. They were bleeding. They were throwing up. I mean, I saw friends with blood all over their faces. I was slipping in people's
Mostly
blood.
peaceful. It was a mostly
As I was
peaceful
swarmed
event.
by a violent mob, they ripped off my badge. They grabbed and stripped me of my radio. They seized ammunition that was secured to my body. They
Peacefully.
began to beat me with their fists and with what felt like hard metal objects.
Peacefully.
The key thing to do is to claim victory. No, we won. Fuck you. Sorry, over. We won. Yeah. You're wrong. Fuck you.
Right out of the box on election night, the president claimed that there was major fraud underway. I mean, this happened, as far as I could tell, before there was actually any potential of looking at evidence.
I didn't think what was happening was necessarily honest or professional at that point in time. So that led to me stepping away.
Generally discussed on that topic was whether the fraud, maladministration, abuse, or irregularities, if aggregated and read most favorably to the campaign, would that be outcome determinative? And
no.
I think everyone's assessment in the room, at least amongst the staff, Mark Short, myself, and Greg Jacob, was that it was not sufficient to be outcome determinative.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
I told him that I did believe, yes, that once those legal processes were run, if fraud had not been established, that had affected the outcome of the election, then unfortunately I believed that what had to be done was concede the outcome.
What were the chances of President Trump winning the election?
After that point?
Yes.
None.
None. I tried to tell him.
So what are we going to do here, folks? I only need 11,000 votes. Fellas, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break.
The numbers are the numbers. The numbers don't lie.
A week ago.
We had many allegations, and we investigated every single one of them.
Did one of them make a comment that they didn't have evidence, but they had a lot of theories?
That was Mr. Giuliani.
Oh.
And what exactly did he say, and how that come up?
My recollection, he said, we've got lots of theories, we just don't have the evidence.
Yeah,
you're asking me to do something that's never been done in history, the history of the United States, And I'm going to put my state through that without sufficient proof.
Kelly
There's a tape
Lakewood.
earlier in the day of Ruby Freeman and Shay Freeman Moss and one other gentleman quite obviously surreptitiously passing around USB ports as if they're vials of heroin or cocaine.
In one of the videos we just watched, Mr. Giuliani accused you and your mother of passing some sort of USB drive
I find this horrific.
to each other. What was your mom actually handing you on that video?
A ginger mint.
A ginger mint. This was horrific. Holy
Do
Jesus.
you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you? The President of the United States is supposed to represent every American.
Yes, he is. Terrible.
Not to target one.
No shit. No shit.
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bullshit.
He wanted to talk about that he thought the election had been
We need Bergy
stolen
war song.
or was corrupt,
in the
and that
background.
there was widespread fraud. And I had told him that our reviews had not shown that to be the case.
And I said something to the effect of, sir, we've done dozens of investigations, hundreds of interviews. The major allegations are not supported by the evidence developed.
Well, my first thought was, this is a terrible idea. Jeff Clark cannot be installed as acting Attorney General of the United States.
You ultimately told us that you described this meeting as not this meeting, the Georgia letter that was proposed as an effing murder-suicide pact. Using the term murder-suicide.
Yes.
Was it your impression that the Vice President had directly conveyed his position on these issues to the President, not just to the world through a Dear Colleague letter, but directly to President Trump?
Many times. My view is that the Vice President didn't have the legal authority to do anything except what he did.
And I said, hold on a second, I want to understand what you're saying. You're saying that you believe the Vice President, acting as President of the Senate, can be the sole decision maker as to, under your theory, who becomes the next President of the United States? And you said yes. And I said, are you out of your effing mind?
The president was, all the attention was on what Mike would do or what Mike wouldn't do.
There's a telephone conversation between the president and the vice president, is that correct?
Yes.
The conversation was pretty heated.
Apologize for being impolite, but do you remember what she said? Her father called him
The P word.
Bring up, bitch!
It was clear that it was escalating and escalating quickly. So then when that tweet, the Mike Pence tweet, was sent out, I remember us saying that that was the last thing that needed to be tweeted at that moment. It felt like he was pouring gasoline on the fire by tweeting that.
They've gained access to the second floor, and I've got public about 5 feet from me down here below.
They're the neurotics.
They are on the second floor, moving in now. You may want to consider getting out and leaving now. Copy?
The members of the BPT tell at this time were starting to fear for their own lives. There were calls to say goodbye to family members, so on and so forth.
Approximately 40 feet. That's all there was. 40 feet between the vice president and the mob.
Donald Trump and his allies and supporters are a clear and present danger to American democracy.
Ow.
We got derogatory information from OSINT suggesting that some very, very violent individuals were organizing to come to D.C.
As Mr. Giuliani and I were walking to his vehicles that evening, he looked at me and said something to the effect of, Cass, are you excited for the 6th? It's going to be a great day. I remember looking at him and saying, Rudy, could you explain what's happening on the 6th? He had responded something to the effect of, we're going to the Capitol. It's going to be great. The president's going to be there. He's going to look powerful.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
He personally asked for us to come to D.C. that day. And I thought,
for everything he's done for us, if this is the only thing he's going to ask of me, I'll do it.
Well, basically,
Well, that and taxes.
the president, got everybody riled up, told everybody to head on down. So we basically were just following what he said.
Ginger.
Within 15 minutes of leaving the stage, President Trump knew that the Capitol was besieged and under attack.
So are you aware of any phone call by the President of the United States to the Secretary of Defense that day?
No.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Are you aware of any phone call by the President of the United States to the Attorney General of the United States that day?
No.
No.
Are you aware of any phone call by the President of the United States to the Secretary of Homeland Security that day?
How about the Ali
I'm not aware
Akbar?
of that, no.
Did you ever hear the President
No.
ask for the National
No.
Guard? Did you ever hear the President ask for law enforcement response?
Think about that.
You got an assault going on the Capitol of the United States of America. And there's nothing. No call, nothing, zero.
I remember Pat saying something to the effect of, Mark, we need to do something more. They're literally calling for the vice president to be effing hung. And Mark had responded something to the effect of, you heard him, Pat. He thinks Mike deserves it. He doesn't think they're doing anything wrong.
You on the staff did not want people to leave the Capitol.
On the staff?
In the White House.
I can't think of anybody, on that day who didn't want people to get out of the Capitol once, particularly once the violence started. No. I mean,
What about the president?
Yeah.
well, she said the staff. So I answered.
No, I said in the White House.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought you said who else on the staff. I can't reveal communications, but obviously I think,
Obviously.
Yeah.
I said, good, John. Now I'm going to give you the best free legal advice you're ever getting in your life.
Oh, nice.
Get a great effing criminal defense lawyer. You're going to need it.
General Flynn, do you believe in the peaceful transition of power in the United States of America?
Officer unconscious. The church. What church?
I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay?
Ouch. Nice.
The chair now recognizes.
All right, then. Nice. Let's do this. Make it the right one here. All right, there we go.
Patrick P. Shit. Patrick P. Shit.
He used to be
with Google. He used to be with Google.
Same response.
Nice. Hey, guys.
Patrick P. Shit. Patrick P. Shit.
I hope everybody had a spectacular weekend.
Be with Google. He used to be with Google.
PFC Bergy reporting for duty here.
P. Shit.
Got a lot done. This will be probably the last few days. You'll be able to see that Freedom Stream, as it was or is going to be online. So if there's any information you want out there, get it off now. Because I've been working on that all weekend, getting that set up, and the last few orders that I had. And I think I still got, just a couple that are kind of outside of the books, and that is a couple replacements that I had from lost shipments. That's it. But no, I hope everybody had a great weekend. We are coming up. Next week is Christmas. Oh my God. I had a great interview last week with Scott Bennett and Mike Jaco. I'm looking at buttons and doing a lot of stuff here right now. So no, that went really well. Lava Lamp's kind of getting warmed up right now, so it needs a little bit of more time. It's like absolutely freezing in Florida right now, or well, maybe in the 60s, I think, but it's low 50s, maybe, which is hard on a lava lamp, apparently. But no, so tonight we're going to play a little bit of Pastor Ali Akbar's confession. You remember our friend Ali Akbar, don't you?
Show me something natural like Afro. Show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks.
So we're gonna be touching on Ali Akbar. Oh, yeah, I don't like how that sounded. No, we're gonna do a little bit of a review of Akbar and his what appeared to be like a batshit crazy confession. Man, I tell you what, this guy, holy shit, he's just gone from convict named Ali Akbar to someone I believe as a subject matter expert with years with the Department of Defense in cyber warfare, cybersecurity, as being a foreign/domestic terror threat. Our friend Ali Akbar, who was and is largely thought of as being one of the key people in the incitement of January 6th. Somebody I was calling out. Somebody I walked up to. What the hell is my shirt under there for? Somebody I walked up to on January 5th at the event and said, hey, Akbar, call me a junkie veteran to my face, you terrorist piece of shit. I believe was something to that effect, of which he decided to cower away and not go with that. Where did I capture and host? Let me do this. So, what we have today is, we're going to dig right into this. Ali Akbar. There's a bit of like Yee he's going to play here at the very beginning. I want to skip over that, but I got to, just from a reporting perspective, I have to play a moment of what this batshit crazy individual is playing music-wise, because it's kind of the problem. Yeah, nice. Well, he seems to have a thing with Jesus now. Although I'm not entirely sure.
Before we get started, let's keep the standee. Let's keep the standee screen up.
I'm not entirely sure that Jesus is fully supportive or behind someone like Ali Akbar, someone who lies indiscriminately. He acknowledges it throughout the video. Oh, I've known this. Oh, I can just now talk about this. No, somebody who you will hear take credit for being behind so many of the key events of January 6th. It's really hard it's impossible to deny, right? But it's really important, and I'm going to be going through this as he and adding context to what our friend Mr. Akbar is saying based on my experience personally with him, based on his public and reported events from January 6th. It's going to be an interesting show tonight, my friends.
I'm going to give you guys a chance to go ahead and keep sharing this because I haven't done a stream in a few weeks, and it's probably going to be a long time before I'm able to do a stream again. And you know what? I think we should break some news tonight. So why don't we actually play one more song?
No, oh, Jesus.
And we're
going to skip that.
And then we'll get started. I'm going to give you guys a chance. Cozy.tv/Ali. Share it on Getter. Share it on Gab. Share it on Truth Social.
Oh, Jesus.
We don't really use Parler anymore now that Ye's not there. Share it on Twitter if you're on Twitter.
That at all.
Let's be free.
Unless you're a worshiper of Satan and really want to help advance his cause.
All right, welcome to cozy.tv/Ali. My name is Ali Alexander.
This is who Ali is. Pastor Ali Alexander.
Going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And
a lot going on.
I shouldn't even be streaming.
He shouldn't.
Because everybody in the world is wondering, what are those nerds doing getting together, talking politics and policy? What plans do they have for us, the rest of the world? And we've got big plans for you. We've got big plans. 2023 will reshape the planet in a way that not even 2016 could.
When pigs fly.
And I was thinking about that song just now. Ye sent me that song, and it was funny because there's already a version going online, and then the one that he sent me was the latest version. It was current, and then boom, 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 boom. There's copyright strikes everywhere from RIAA, and
thanks for playing.
It's just fast.
You think I have enough disclaimers? Do you think I have enough disclaimers in the video there up on each side, or should I add some more? I don't know. I think we probably got it covered, but I don't know. I just feel really. I want to be really careful. I don't want to give YouTube any excuse. Oh yeah, he was supporting this guy. I mean, we need to be very clear about this. This is for public information to help the public understand how to deal with misinformation and disinformation. It's the only way we're gonna fix this shit.
Fascinating because to be where we are now, you have to have been willing to be canceled before. And the last 3 weeks. Let's see. Hold on.
He's got to count.
5 years ago.
3 weeks.
5 years ago, I was having a conversation with.
3 weeks, 5 years. He just decided, well, if I'm going to, I wish he would have added 5 years worth of weeks on his, but he would have to take off like his little piggy toes. Use his little piggy toes.
Someone very powerful and very famous. And we were at a dinner with someone most of you know, a friend of mine, who's very popular in the political circles and online commentary. And I'm sitting with, I'm going to tell you guys a lot of things that I've held back for years.
No, please.
Right? And can we just take out some of the trolls? This Nibba made my grandmother's blanket into a sweater. I don't need any of those distractions right now. I don't need any distractions. So let's just, one day bans for everybody who gets me, distracted. So I'm sitting there at dinner with one of the most influential people I've ever lived. And I'm sitting there with one of my closest friends. And it's just the three of us. No. There's four of us. I actually brought a friend.
A, fake news. He has no friends. B, who is he referring to? Pee Wee Herman, I think, had passed by then.
And we're sitting there and we're talking about all kinds of things. And I have so many questions for this person.
So many questions.
And this person, though, had so many questions for me because it turns out, they were a huge fan of mine. And I will tell you, there are few things more rewarding in life than to meet your heroes or meet
Oh, that can't be
people
good.
that you look up to, and they are fans of your work. I think that there are too few of us on this planet, mostly because of the walled gardens. I think that if we had a real creators economy, there would be a lot of relationships that would be more reciprocal and more edifying because we would have access to more people.
Mike Flynn doesn't really fit the description there, Tony. But I would like to. You can only imagine who that was. Kind of makes it sound like it was an artist, somebody who's done clearly way too many drugs.
But the very, very powerful people, Jews and Gentiles.
Jews and Gentiles.
But a lot of Jews.
A lot of Jews. There were a lot of Jews.
Build systems in which they tax.
Not a racist.
What it means to be popular, what it means to be powerful, what it means to be influential. And we mean to tear all that down in 2023. When we are done with 2023, there will be no perverse incentives to cooperate with the satanic system. Not in the way that is currently going on.
Like this way?
The only alternative will be to kill us. But to kill us will be to make us martyrs and wake up more people to a violent dream. And we.
No, they could just arrest these guys for like sedition, treason.
We come in peace. And
just overall grifters.
And as that person who, again, one of the most influential people in all of human history, quite frankly, if you understood this person's impact on a particular industry, you would understand how popular and famous this person was. And they're a huge fan of my work. And as they're chewing in to the bone of a ribeye steak,
that could be Mike Lindell, pioneer of it, like an industry. He fucking pioneered the pillow, man. I mean, shit. And he's just equally as batshit crazy as ye. So I could see that one.
They say, and I sent your videos to Kanye. And I said, you sent what? He said, yeah, I sent your videos to Kanye. And I said, West? As if there was another Kanye. And he said, yeah, he liked them. And there began one of the bigger secrets that I had to...
Now, were those the Tinder videos that Akbar and Karl Rove are so famous for? Or was he... What exactly what videos did this guy, this leader of industry, send Kanye? I'm going with the fucking Tinder.
Keep...
What was Akbar's name on Tinder? Tiny Prancer, something like that shit.
Going back to 2017. So in 2018, when Ye started reintroducing himself to the world as someone who was based and red-pilled, I kind of already knew. And when Ye is saying, I like Candace, I knew that came after.
I like Candace.
After the fact. A lot of people want to attribute Ye wearing the MAGA cap to Candace. not knowing when Ye actually started red pilling himself.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to attribute what Ye has said about the industrial or economic or social accomplishments of Adolf Hitler.
Wonderful.
And they want to attribute that to Nick Fuentes. Has nothing to do with Nick Fuentes.
Holy Jesus. This. The social accomplishments of Adolf Hitler? What the fuck, dude? What, his fucking health care plan for the Jews? Man. This guy's so fucked up. But as you can see, he has been behind Ye. That didn't come out right at all. He's been behind Ye, pushing the bullshit. So much of the stuff. And by the way, what you're going to hear here very shortly. Actually, I'm going to skip to like the 30-minute mark here in just a moment. And pick it up from there because he starts getting into more of the January 6th stuff and the Women's March, of which he tried to grift off of a women's march. No, this is quite the character. One of the problems, though, when we're going to do, after, you had the end of the, we had the end of the closing thing of January 6th today, the January 6th Select Committee. And, whenever you have a closing, whenever you finish a mission, you do in the military what's called an AAR, an after-action report, after-action review. And that AAR, you have to answer 3 questions. What went right, what went wrong, and what could be done better in the future, because, in this case, there's definitely going to be a future one that we could do better with. That's going to be one of the biggest on my final AAR list with the January 6th committee. What could they have done better? But no, you're supposed to list like 3 of each, right? 3 for all 3. And there were some good things that I learned from the January 6th committee. I did so having to filter a tremendous amount of political bullshit, for which the January 6th committee will probably regret here very soon. I just heard Republicans boasting about how cool it was that the Democrats had really left them with precedents in the January 6th hearing for forcing people to show up for testimony and such. So perhaps if the Republicans are saying what they're saying is true, they will utilize some of the power that the Democrats so unwisely put together in the most partisan fashion. If the Republicans use that, like they did with the picking judges, then, I suspect they'll probably have quite a significant impact if they focus on, like, the FBI, if they focus on the FBI and social media stuff coming out with Twitter right now. We'll get more into that on Wednesday. Just a quick update. I've got Scott Bennett. I'm working with Scott Bennett on putting together a letter that he's going to walk into Twitter Just requesting information from Twitter regarding the shadow banning, blocking of Shadowgate, my accounts, Scott's accounts, and the information that my account was reporting on Twitter up until January 7th when it was taken down. Why mine was taken down when I was literally calling out people like Akbar, calling out all of the people that are now being accused accused, indicted, subpoenaed for sedition and things of that nature. Holy shit show. There we go. Iron Horse. There we go. So back to our friend, Mr. Akbar. Like I said, what you're going to find... Actually, let me push this forward to 30-minute mark there. Wow, I think that may have come with an update from OBS. Now that you can see that, that would be cool if that was the case. There we go. So let's do this. 30 minutes there.
And I've never gotten a call from the man post J6.
Let me go back just a bit.
% champion. Through this all, I have remained ever loyal to Donald J. Trump.
Really?
And yeah, I have a standing VIP ticket that's probably going to get revoked after this broadcast. But I have a standing VIP ticket at every Trump rally. They've thanked me for my service. But guess who didn't thank me? Guess who didn't call me? Guess who didn't call me and said thank you for loving God?
Well, I didn't. I did not call him and thank him for loving God. If you did, you're freaking whacked out on crack, in my professional opinion. Personal, professional. Back to our friends, batshit insanity.
Thank you for loving the truth. Thanks for not throwing me under the bus.
Well,
Thanks for starting a nationwide movement and not getting paid for it. Thank you for believing. Thank you for bringing the evidence. Thank you for popularizing something that was unpopular and unheard of.
Shit, had the mute.
That election integrity wasn't polling 5% in the Republican Party, and now it's an 85% plus issue.
So he's taking credit for bringing fake election charges. I'm not talking about legitimate election. What he's done to people like me who ran in 2004 to help restore election integrity, who was calling out the use of touchscreen voting machines and such in an intelligent fashion. What he did to those people and to that movement can't, I doubt it. It may not be able to be undone. So, when you think about, just use full context in some of the claims he makes here would be appropriate.
More Republicans are concerned with election integrity than guns, than taxes. And we did that. Ollie Scopes, Ollie Twitter, Stop the Steal. We birthed something when there was one of us, then 3 of us, then 300 of us, then 1 state, then 3 states, then 5 states, then 50 states. We did that, and not with...
We really need a Dr. Seuss theme going along with that.
The help of the Republican National Committee, not with the help of the Trump campaign, and not with the help of Donald J. Trump.
Ow. Akbar. Aww.
And I've never gotten a call from the man post J6 with him thanking me for my service.
Oh, my God.
You know who did call me at 3:30 a.m.?
I just like Hillary, the 3 a.m. phone call.
You know who did call me at 3:30 a.m.?
Hillary Clinton.
Yay.
Yay. All right, was that Kanye or he was just happy?
Ye wanted to know why he was still surrounded by vultures. Ye wanted to know the truth of J6.
Want some more naked pictures of Karl Rove?
Ye wanted to get an outline of the deep state.
Karl Rove's deep state.
Ye wanted to figure out how America could have Christian ethics without turning into a theocracy. Ye wanted to know if people were stealing from him.
Hey, you're right. It could have been... Okay, stop here a second. Wicked. Yay. Not yay like Kanye. Yay for the suggestion. Roger Stone. He fits. He checks like all the boxes of the little subtle hints that this little sociopath gave out tonight. And I think one of the key things to take from this is that of all the people's names he's thrown around, you will not hear him, I think, even once mention Roger Stone. Whoa, what? Wait a minute. Roger Stone's like a leader of the industry, a pioneer of the industry of fake news, election influence. So, Wicked, that's actually a good call. Who knows? Akbar knows. But that's not a bad, that's the best, I think, suggestion I've heard yet. In the worst way.
And Ye said, Ali, will you come back? He said, I don't have that office in Calabasas you were last at, but will you come to California? I said, I hate California.
Calabasas. Sounds like something my grandma would put on her warts.
He said, okay. I heard him get in the car. He said, he told his security, let's drive here.
Zipper comes down.
And he said, where are you? I said, I'm in Texas. He said, okay.
There's nothing in Texas but steers and queers. And he was right. Texas.
Let's get Nick on the phone. He three-ways in Nick.
Three-ways.
Nick was still asleep.
I bet there
Poor
was.
Nick. Nick was still asleep, just waking up. Hello? Hello?
Right next to Akbar. Their phones create an echo.
We're flying to go see Ali. I'll be at your hotel in 15 minutes.
Shh, put it on mute.
And we began to have a conversation about having a conversation.
That's funny because it could be true.
Everyone thinks that Ye came to Texas to go on InfoWars.
I don't. Not everybody.
You know what I told Ye? I said, Ye, let me write this plan for you so that you can hold the people accountable around you. I don't want anything from you. I've got my own life going on, my own problems. I've got to rebuild my wealth. I've got to rebuild my career. I got all kinds of things that I got to do. The January 6th Select Committee is about to be up. I got to reintroduce myself to the world. I just talked to...
Okay, Akbar. The January 6th committee is closed or up. But the fucking special counsel was just named. And it's like people who were not like charged with trespassing, which you were never charged with, my friend, because you wouldn't have gone near there. It was the instigators that were kind of outside of the Capitol area, which you were, my friend. So, Akbar, if you think that the January 6th committee was your worst issue, dude, you are dumber than I thought you were. And that's pretty dumb.
Elon.
This guy is no 212 Mensa like Tory.
A little while ago, I'm going to get back on Twitter soon. Yada, yada, yada. I'm making moves.
Yada,
I'm making
yada,
moves,
yada.
Ye. Ye said, well, what else could we do while we're there? I said, I don't know. We could go on InfoWars.
Let's go on InfoWars.
He said, yeah, InfoWars.
He said,
Let's do
yay.
it.
Can I wear a mask?
So then I call Alex Jones. I said, Ye's coming to town, and we're coming on the show tomorrow.
He might be wearing like a ball
And Alex
gag.
said, what? 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 Because what a lot of people don't know, and I'm just spilling all the beans tonight, is that Alex and Ye had been talking for weeks, well, maybe a month and a half, and Alex wanted to wait.
Okay. He doesn't have enough fingers to count that one out, but he can count the years.
I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. Alex wanted to wait before ever having on Ye. And then another situation happened in which they had planned to bring Ye to Texas, and that didn't work out.
Yay. Boo.
So then, mind you, I know everything that's going on all the time and can't tell y'all anything.
Can't tell you anything.
And then Alex was just like, I don't want Ye to come until everything's calm.
Wait till it calms down.
So I call Alex and I'm like, we're coming on the show tomorrow. Cancel your guest. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're coming on the show. And we'll probably be in town for a couple of days doing some work. And then I'll send him back to California. That is not what happened.
That is not what happened.
That is not what happened.
That is not what
And by the way, let me just say this. Alex is the one who wanted to talk about Hitler. If you watch that interview, who brought up Hitler? Who kept bringing up Hitler? Who insisted on talking about Hitler?
Well, you're talking about him a lot tonight.
That'd be Alex Jones.
Or Ali Akbar.
Am I going to go on Steven Crowder and do a tell-all? No. I'm on cozy.tv/Ali. I think that's where it is. I hope that was cool.
I think that's where it is.
So look, I love Alex. I love Ye. I love Nick. I know all these characters. I love Donald J. Trump.
Loves Karl Rove. Karl Rove loves me.
But it wasn't Donald J. Trump. You know, when people say, Ali, are you going to support Ye if he runs or Trump? I say I support both. But only one man called me. Only one man, hypothetically, has asked for my help.
Hypothetically.
I've put millions of bodies in the streets.
What?
I'm not worth the call?
No, you're not. Good Lord, no.
You're going to call the log cabin Republicans, but you're not going to call the man who made the bureaucrats terrified? The man who testified in front of the J6 Select Committee for 8 hours successfully, was not charged with perjury.
Well, that could be
was
why
not
right
charged
there.
with obstruction.
He
The
didn't
man
want-
who went to a grand jury and said, Trump's innocent. I'm innocent. Stop the Steal is innocent.
Yeah, actually, Trump didn't want anybody to go there and say that. So that could be why. Just throwing that out there, Mr. Akbar.
He did nothing wrong. How dare you?
How dare you, Trump? How dare you?
So, bring me your rejects.
If
Dan Scavino has rejected you, bring me your rejects.
Bring him the retards.
If Rick Grinnell, who I got into office, rejects you, bring me your rejects.
Bring me your retards. Gotta just kind of stop here for a moment. The fuck is he saying? So, what he's saying is, for anyone that hasn't smartened up, any of the Bannon neurotics, as Bannon's, as they called them at Cambridge Analytica, a place that Akbar boasts of being involved with. They're called neurotics, Bannon's neurotics. And Akbar and Bannon are having a little lover's tiff right now. So, that's a sensitive subject for Akbar. And apparently Steve Bannon. Boy, I don't know what the holidays are going to be like without their little snuggling and cuddling and everything. But no, it's a fight over they're fighting for the retards. I can't think of any other way to put it. And I know you're not supposed to say the word retard, but it kind of fits here because literally they've just kind of gone down through and used some of the most advanced technologies on the planet to find the people that are gullible enough to not just listen to them, because that's wrong, right? But at a certain point, like after January 6th and such, if you continue, as more and more information comes out, to support someone that you may have legitimately, responsibly, for your own personal reasons, supported at a time, if you continue to do that, those are the ones that Akbar is talking about right now. Those are the ones he's looking for. And I would just add one more thing. Jason Funes, when he got on January 20th, 2020, the day that Biden's getting sworn in, Funes comes by my office. First time I had ever met him, other than when I met him in the lobby of the Willard, which, by the way, is where the word lobbyist comes from. He was talking originally to Tori, and then Tori sent him my way, gave him my information. And he stops by on January 20th at my office. It was late, like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. And we hung out, smoked a little weed. He calls up, he's like, now we're going to help get the shadow net out. We're going to help get your story out, Bergy. We got to get your story out. We got to get Shadowgate out. I'm like, that's wonderful. Where the fuck were you since mid-November, when you guys were all, covering this up? But so Funes was all ready to go. So he picks up the phone. He says, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call Rich Grinnell, and we're going to get him involved in this, and he's going to be 1,000% on board. He pulls out his personal cell phone, calls Rick Grinnell, the guy that Akbar was just kind of bitching about, that he apparently is having a lover squirrel with Rick Grinnell. And that could be a legit one, right? And I'm not hating the players. I'm hating the game, right? So, but Rick Grinnell, Jason Funes, who I really, if I were to have to say, and I've said this before, it's my opinion, but he really just, and it's actually the opinion of several people I've spoken to that know him, is that he's got to be involved with like cartels or something. It's hard to say. He's a moron for hire. But Funes pulls out his phone, calls up Rick Grinnell, and Rick's like, Jason, you know what time it is? This is ridiculous. And it's January 20th. Biden's just been sworn in. It's over. Get it through your mind. It's over. You need to seek mental help. Holy Jesus. So, Rick was, so that's January 20th. So, Rick Grinnell is apparently like working with Akbar. He's working with Funes. Akbar has got his own scam going on, trying to steal the neurotics away from the Women's March. The women and which included Funes. Jason Funes was an events guy with the Women's March. So it all does tie back in together. I wonder if I can do this.
If you have been labeled an anti-Semite, a white supremacist, a racist, a bigot.
Oh, Jesus.
If you have been labeled anything outside your God-given name or the title child.
So in other words, all the Aryans as well. So the retards and the racists. That's the R and R's. Yeah, Akbar's going out there, reaching out to all of the racists and retards out there. Oh, dear God.
Child of God, bring me your weary. Bring me your sick. Bring.
Oh, my God. Damn, I just... Okay, I'm sorry. People are going to be saying, you keep stopping this. Holy Jesus. He's now, how many, okay, and we got to just, I'll start it right back up, but try to keep count how many times he plagiarizes other people.
Bring me your troubled. Bring me your canceled. Bring me your deplatformed.
Bring me your neurotics. Bring
me your censored. Bring me your racist.
Now you know, that's going to be a little audio button on the BERGY-BIT with Akbar just saying, bring me your racists. He does know racists don't like black people, right? Should we tell him?
Bring me everyone.
Bring Jesus H. Mary
and let's
Joseph.
Love everyone.
They're gonna
in
love
2024.
You. They're going to love you. You know, one way we could make this happen would just simply be charging him and putting him into a prison population. There, he will find there is so much love waiting for you from all the racists in prison, Akbar. And you could preach to them. I'm sure they will be lining up behind you. Don't drop the soap.
When people ask me, is Ye serious? I say, is Trump serious?
First of all, how can you take someone named Ye serious?
2018, 2020, 2022, 3 elections in the row stolen.
Yes, he would, Wicked.
Why are we talking about anything else but either fixing the system or burning it down?
Whoa, wait a minute. Just to be clear, let's bring up the disinformation. I am not condoning this racist bastard in any way other than to try to warn the authorities, try to warn just good human people that this garbage exists, right? But literally, there's no way that the special counsel is not watching or recording Akbar saying that. I'm just saying, I mean, holy shit, people. Holy shit. Is he being sponsored by Coke? All right, guys. What we're gonna do here? What we're gonna do here his awkward moment of silence there. That tells me, that sets us up perfectly for a 10-minute, 8 o'clock intermission. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to start the intermission, and we will be back in 10 minutes, my friends, to continue on with our friend Ali Akbar, Pastor Ali Akbar's confession. Oh my God, you haven't seen nothing, my friends. Hope to see you back here in 10. If we don't, I mean, you're missing the best part. God bless you, Patrick. That was proper. I love Christmas time. I'm such a kid. Hey, if you guys can help out, please visit patreon.com/American the American Awakening. I'm sorry, patreon.com/American Awakening. Another day or two, if there's anything you can do to help out on freedomstream.tv/contribute. Man, I tell you, I know we're coming up to Christmas, but things couldn't be tighter for me right now. And because I haven't closed the site down, I'm getting hit with some other expenses that, frankly, should be going to my kids. And that's wrong of me. Should have taken care of this stuff earlier, not let it go so far. Hopefully you guys can help out. See you in a few. You know, folks, there will be aliens coming up shortly. Can't make this shit up.
I looked it up. It's on the internet. It must be true.
This video speaks less to the heart and more to the sphincter.
Patrick P. Shit. Patrick P. Shit. He used to be with Google.
He used to be with
Google.
Same response, sir.
Patrick P. Shit. Patrick P. Shit.
Same response, sir.
He used to be with Google.
He used to be with
Google.
Oh, Patrick Pichet?
P. Shit. Patrick P. Shit. He used to be with
Never
Google.
make Same response, sir. Same response, sir.
You never make the same mistake twice. They make it 5 or 6 times just to be sure.
Times we turn to Jesus Christ, to God the Father, to the Holy Spirit. We turn to God as a last option when he's the first option and he's the only option. This incrementalism of playing with capitalism as an absolutism, this incrementalism of playing with conservatism as
Socialism.
an absolute-ism,
retardism.
this idea of playing compromise or polite society or respect or alt tech or any of this bullshit.
Being a civil, productive member of society and following American laws.
As an answer to what tears at the moral fabric of this nation is bullshit. We have serious problems that need serious policy solutions.
Show me something natural like Afro retrofit. Show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks.
Being raped, our culture's being raped, the money is fake, the food is fake, worse, it's poisoning us. We are going to war on behalf of corporate powers. We are in league with the pretend enemies like the CCP in order to construct the New World Order using the Hegelian dialectic of controlling both sides, problem, reaction, solution, and I'm tired of it. I am so tired of it. I am tired of Ronna Romney McDaniel. I am tired of Harmeet Dillon. I am tired of Ivanka Trump. I am tired of Jared Kushner. I am tired.
He's tired. He needs to snuggle.
That I've spent 15 years of my life getting into this business only to find out that there are cultural deficits, IQ deficits, and a ghettoism that is not even spicy enough to be entertaining. It is boring. It is mayo.
Oh, Akbar. Akbar.
Is Ye serious? The question is, are you serious?
No, I don't.
Will you rise to the occasion? How come we got conservatives saying anything from we need to compromise to candidate quality to ballot harvesting?
We can't have compromise. not in government.
To let's go to war. There is another way.
The yay way.
Yay.
The yay way. Yay.
It's kind of obvious.
It's kind of obvious.
That the most unlikely solution is the only solution.
Let's ask Clippy.
The solution that does not trap us in the dialectic of more taxes or less taxes, fiat money or whatever. Guns or not guns, black lives or white lives. What if there was someone who said, I want to exit the dialectic and choose Christ?
Oh my God, who would ever say that? Oh, great.
That I choose neither superstition nor legalism. I choose Christ. That says that there is a season for war and a season for peace. I won't be boxed into something into my party platform that gives me some like holistic belief of how to see the world.
Yeah, he's got a lot of seasons.
This is a hostile hijacking.
Hostile hijacking.
And brave men and brave women will rush the gates, or we shall all surely die.
What? Well, wow. I don't think, no.
I hope to God that Trump one day soon cares enough. Today, he doesn't. I hope to God that one day Ron DeSantis and his Macbethian wife care enough. Today, he does not.
Oh, my goodness. He does not care.
There is one person in the country who spends every day talking and learning about policy, meditating in Bible study.
Tory.
And his name is Ye.
Oh, yay.
And you may think that he comes in a package that you don't comprehend.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Nothing you've comprehended before has worked. Why would you want something that you could understand immediately?
Immediately. That would take the fun out of it.
Trump didn't call me. Ye did. Trump's not calling you. Ye is.
Trump's got to be going, fuck, thank you.
You want to stop the steal? Why?
Why?
Because Jesus said so.
Jesus said
Or
so.
Jesus said no.
Jesus said so, or Jesus
We broke a lot of bit of news, didn't we?
Said no.
Oops. Must be about that time.
Oops.
I want to take this moment to thank my moderators in the chat. You can thank them over here. They're in green. They're placing links to my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much. And my legal defense fund that Trump didn't pay a dime to. Thank you so much.
Trump's going, thank God for saying that.
Thanks for supporting me. I remain faithful to my calling and faithful to God, and hopefully a faithful steward and shepherd to so many of you, my friends, my allies. And I hope in this next year to be able to build a very large grassroots machine that this country has never seen. And I want to challenge powers and principalities. We are going to have the largest, by we, I'm just talking about patriots. Patriots are going to have the largest online and offline campaign for truth, justice, and the American way.
Truth, justice,
Has
the
ever
American
happened in
way.
the Republican Party.
He just plagiarized fucking Superman.
I hope Ye decides to run for president of these United States. He's already making the world a better place. World leaders are already responding to what Ye thinks and does. Praise be to God. This was the element that made this special potion combustible. Energy. Praise God. We've always been called to strange circumstances. Trump stopped the steal. Why would this be any different? We are called to walk a narrow path, brothers and sisters. And quite frankly, there's the perception that we'll be mocked, but I will tell you, we are very, very popular. And we are very, very widely sought after.
Swipe
and
left,
lots
swipe
and lots
left.
of people want to do business with Ye.
Mike Lindell. Come on, the aliens. Come on, bring up the aliens, dumbass. Jeez Louise. Come on, the Akbar. I forget where it is.
It's so funny that I was getting ready to live stream again.
Oh.
And build up my own subscriber base and write reports for you guys again.
Wow.
Sometimes you just got to sell your cloak.
We're just gonna miss out
And
on
follow.
We're gonna miss out on all that.
So again, I hope that a lot of you will again hit up the givesendgo.com/Ollie Alexander. Oh my God. Support the legal defense fund. That money does not go to me. It goes to my lawyers.
Not go to
I got end of the year bills. And next year bills, so that's gonna be fun. And also my Amazon wish list. Again, it will be the
Amazon
green
wish
people will
list.
put the links right there. I don't like the new icon for moderators
Tinder
on
wish
cozy.tv. Maybe I'll have to talk to the owner about that. I so dearly love y'all.
Aww.
And I am so dearly going to miss regularly speaking with y'all in this format.
Oh, we're going to miss you.
But I will tell you what.
Tell us what.
If you followed me for years or you followed me for a little while, we got something better.
Racist 2.0.
200 million Americans, at least, are going to hear our ideas. Things we've been working on for years, things you've heard on this broadcast or other broadcasts. And
200 million.
We are all but
a lot of neurotics.
Vessels for Christ and his work. And
what about
we
the
never
aliens?
know the time in which we will be called to this or that or called home.
What about the aliens?
I love that. I love that.
He loves that.
I love that.
Aww.
And by the way, let me just say this about Hitler. I refuse to hate Hitler to save my reputation, but damn my soul, which puts me, again, to hate is akin to murder in the heart, is what Jesus says.
Really? Yeah, but he wasn't talking about Hitler.
And I'm not going to commit a sin because it makes me more popular with the Republican establishment.
Unless it's
they shouldn't exist.
Unless it's Karl Rove dressing up like a puck.
Which, by the way,
I
don't support the genocide of anybody. I don't support the evils or the occultism that Hitler pushed.
Well, that's good to know.
But he's dead.
He's dead.
And I don't...
He's dead. Nobody believes or listens or thinks like Hitler anymore anyway, right? He's kidding me.
I don't have it in me to hate anyone,
Aww.
let alone a dead random German who didn't affect me, doesn't affect me, that I don't care about.
A dead random German? He wasn't like random.
And who, frankly, doesn't fall in the top...
You realize how offensive that type of thinking is to a Jewish person? I mean, that's why he's saying it. And not just a Jewish person. That is offensive to, like, anybody with a moral or ethical compass.
5 people of genocidal maniacs on this freaking planet. It's not a real big concern for me.
He can do better.
I'm more concerned with American slavery. I'd cash a reparations check.
I'd cash.
But I'm not really concerned about that either.
Were you even born in America?
You know, I think I'm more affected by the person who T-boned me in my car years ago when I was driving around without insurance, and that cost me $14,000.
Well, you know, you could have always gotten insurance. You like how some people just like to blame everybody but themselves for all their problems in the world?
That was a genocide against my wallet.
Okay, someone committed genocide against his wallet. So, did you commit genocide against somebody's like wallet when you stole it from their car? Wasn't he convicted and sent to jail for like breaking into someone's car and stealing like credit cards and shit?
So all things considered, I love everyone.
Well,
I'm highly irritated by ethnic supremacists, be them Jew, be them white, be them annoying black people on Clubhouse. I find it highly annoying, but it's not the end of the world.
It's not.
It's just not. It's not.
It's not.
And I can't do anything about dead dictators.
It's not. Well, you can stop. You can stop like fucking diminishing them, which hurts people that they've been victimized by.
So I won't do anything about them. But I can do something that controls who is the next president of these United States. God bless you. God keep you. I'm on Telegram, Ali Alexander. I'm on Truth Social, at Ollie. Who knows? Maybe Trump will kick me off now. Again, Trump didn't call me. There's still some time left, by the way. It's still December. But Trump hasn't called me, and I gave up my whole life. I literally had to leave my house because Antifa knew where I lived and gave me credible death threats.
You lost your manicurist as well. You're welcome, dickhead.
I lost everything for Trump. Everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not like Nick
Fucking
Fuentes
manic.
or Alex Jones where I can just re-spin up my platform. I lost everything.
I don't know. You could sell a lot of boner pills to your Tinder friends.
For Trump. I lost everything for you and your voting rights. And then some of my friends on Twitter had the audacity to be silenced while I suffered.
Oh, what a piece of garbage.
I'm bringing the hurricane to our shores in 2023.
Oh, Jesus.
And you will all know my ideas. Because I said so.
Jesus.
Because God said so. And shilling for Israel, and shilling for the Ukraine, and shilling for money, and shilling for likes and retweets got you damn near nothing. Nothing but liability and trapped in a prison of your own making. Me, I'm free. I'm wearing stripes. But
Yeah,
nigga, I'm
you're gonna
free.
be
I
wearing
can say
stripes.
whatever I want, nigga, and I can't get fired. I can't get bankrupted. I am
He can say the N-word, whereas I'm not allowed to.
free in Christ.
Oh, we missed the...
So eat that. Eat that.
Oh, Jesus. He's just going to burn.
God bless you all.
Holy Jesus.
I love you.
Holy Jesus. So I must have missed it. I went to third. We got to play. I missed the alien section. We're going to have to go back to where I was.
I was in Florida when Ye tweeted out,
Okay, we got to go back to there.
the man that I love and the man that loves all of you, we may have an opportunity to love him and our country back.
Had we already...
I was in Florida when Ye tweeted out the Raelian symbol. I was 2 feet from Ye.
The Raelians.
Was 5 feet from Ye when he got those first text messages from Elon Musk before he was banned. I was 2 feet.
It's a profound yet entertaining exploration of spirituality, religion, and what it means to take a leap of faith.
I wanted you to come to listen to my silence.
His silence itself is a teaching.
What is true? What is false? Does it even matter?
Only one rule, love.
It's a lot of fun.
We have been created by scientists coming from another planet.
What if it's true?
Directed by Yoav Shamir, here is The Prophet and the Space Aliens.
So, that, just to give you a quick rundown, he mentioned Raelians. Well, that is...
I couldn't stay at the same hotel as Ye that...
Those were the Raelians, founded by a sportscaster or an auto racing announcer back in like 75, who now is pushing an alien sex thing, which, okay, fuck, you know. if I didn't think I'd burn in hell from the 2,000 more years of writings and teachings that you have, like with the Bible, as opposed to the Raelians, I might, it's too bad the Bible didn't throw more of the Raelian stuff in there, like with the hotties and shit, but they didn't. So I got to kind of treat most of what the Raelians are as exactly what the Bible describes as like Sodom and Gomorrah. So a little trouble with that one. But we'll let him continue here. Yeah.
At night, so I booked rooms for Ye and Nick, and I headed out, went somewhere else, came back that morning, and as everyone was trying to get ready to have an early lunch, Ye shows me his phone and shows me that text message. I can't do this anymore.
Shows him naked pictures of Akbar on Tinder.
And I looked at my brother and I saw his hurt.
Oh, his brother.
But Ye can only be hurt for 5 or 10 seconds before Ye gives it to God.
And to Akbar.
And it was one of the rare times that Ye wasn't wearing a mask. And I...
And, and a ball gag.
Watched this guy come up to us, and the guy literally was foaming out of the mouth, unable to bring his phone up to eye height to take a picture of Ye. He was so shocked that it was Ye.
There was a lot of wet staining down in the pelvic region as well.
I watched this man's physical autonomy betray himself at the sight of Ye. And we got ourselves a table. And he talked to me about the text message, what it meant to him, and all of that. We went up to a private room.
Ooh.
And he started writing lyrics.
Ooh. Did he write Akbar a love song?
20 minutes later, he's singing me those lyrics.
Or did he just rededicate Junk in the Trunk? I'm not sure.
That would then be on this song, Someday We'll All Be Free. The man is a genius.
That's debatable.
The man's not a creative genius. He's not a rapper. He's not a musician.
I agree with that.
The man is an unfettered well of grace, of mercy, and genius.
Guy's fucking grifter. Batshit. Crazy. Just like this one.
Ye is more real than our elections. The Republicans want to lull you to sleep.
I don't know.
They want you to buy mugs and pillows and memberships. They still want you to watch YouTube.
Whoa.
They want you to click retweet.
Whoa, did he just was that a shot over the pillow bar? The pillow bow? The bow of the SS pillow? Was that? Oh my God. Akbar did take the fucking gloves off. He didn't mention, I don't think, books or coins, though. Or Chalub.
They want the dopamine rush from the red heart on the like button. They want everything but secure elections.
Everything but secure elections.
They want to talk about everything except...
But as you saw at the very beginning of the BERGY-BIT, as we were playing the 12 minutes of the little January 6th collage, that wasn't the case. Most the shit that they were bringing up was just horrible, just bullshit. So this guy could grift.
For men and women rotting half of them in a DC gulag, the other half in jails all across the country, having no due process rights, many under pretrial detention, which is something we haven't done for 400 years.
They are there because of this piece of garbage. He led them there. He told them to, storm the fucking castle. He's a key reason why they're there. He ran them through a trial run in like Kentucky or Georgia or wherever the fuck that was. No. It's just the unmitigated gall of this narcissistic sociopath to sit there and eulogize upon the terrible punishment, rightfully so, being dealt out to the people that followed and believed him. That's horrible. That's just, I don't understand it. I don't understand why I'm shutting down my website and people like this are getting backdoored by Byrne and others with, that they're getting cash from these guys. It's really, what do you do? It's just the way it is.
Pre-trial detention for misdemeanors, for people who are not threats, that predates the incorporation of America. That predates our nation state. That predates the union of the states. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And that speaks to this title. I lost my life for Donald J. Trump.
Oh, Jesus.
I was a very successful Republican consultant who decided to support the president who was of our party.
This guy is a former felon named Ali Akbar that changed his name after multiple arrests, I understand, to Ali Alexander. His history, well documented and reported, is that of Tinder, where he was went under the profile of Tiny Prancer, I believe. We have things like this, oh my God, what is this? Scenes, BERGY-BIT.
Show me something natural like Afro vitrified. Show me something natural like ass with some stretch marks.
So this is, we have those with so many. He was featured several times in Shadowgate 2. He was featured in my email to Sidney Powell saying, Sidney Powell, what the fuck are you doing giving this guy a platform? You have my affidavit in your hand, and it's calling out this piece of garbage here as a subject of election influence. Call him out. Take away his platform. You're giving him a platform. He's, in my opinion, as a subject matter expert in social media psychological warfare, he's a freaking terrorist. So, that is who this person is. That is who Ali Akbar is. Not the victim he's playing right now. His brothers are on the battlefield in another country. He hates America. He's an enemy of our country. He was one of the people most cited as being responsible for the incitement of the events of January 6th. He's boasting about it here tonight in his confessional. Why anybody ever trusted him is a good question that they're probably asking or being asked tonight. That's a question I've been asking for a couple years. That was a question I spoke up about at my personal expense, where my platform was taken away, where my thousands of hours of research and efforts and work put into multiple books was attacked with misinformation, disinformation by this piece of garbage right here, whining about being a victim of January 6th, the guy who all intentional purposes throughout January 6th, reported and documented by the January 6th committee, by the Department of Justice, by multiple news outlets as being literally one of the key figures behind it. I mean, you're watching what you're watching the same thing I am, my friends. You're seeing the same batshit crazy stuff as I am, wondering what the fuck has happened to our country. How could anybody fall for this garbage? How did that happen? How are so many people sitting in prison right now because they believed this piece of garbage? Everything he was saying, he was making up or twisting around into a lie that would help him somehow, or whatever agenda he has. But his agenda is to tear our country apart. He is, in my opinion, professionally and just as a human being and a subject matter expert in social media psychological warfare, a terrorist. I met with so many religious leaders of the MAGA movement. Pastor Dave, Pastor Rodney. I said, what the hell? You know, this guy is evil. You're letting him into your church. You're letting him onto your holy sacred ground to grift. What are you doing? They just, oh, well, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Unbelievable, my friends. This is why we're in this problem. And he's whining about it as if he's a victim.
I didn't know so many Republicans were going to bail. And when they did, I stubbornly said I refuse. When scandal after scandal and incompetence after competence, right? The left was giving us scandal after scandal. The media was giving us fake news after fake news, but it was also met by incompetence.
He sits there and says, this was all mine. I was the face, the voice, the leader, the founder of Stop the Steal. We started with me, then 2 people, 3 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, states, blah, blah, blah. But now, everything that went wrong was somebody else's fault. Not this guy's. I mean, he's so intelligent. He's so brilliant and great and wise. And I mean, clearly God's speaking right into his ear, telling him lies. And it ain't God. It's the devil. And he turns around and he repeats those lies. And he repeats them as if he's a Christian. And people just go, oh, yeah, this guy's a Christian. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you that stupid? I mean, yes, he targets these people, Bannon, Trump, Obama, right? Flynn, Cambridge Analytica, blah, 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 Facebook, Twitter, the White House, the Democrats, target their own slices of neurotics. That's all. He's grasping for them right now. I'm saying, wake up. Don't do that. Use your mind. Ask questions. How does anything that I said, Ali Akbar changes his name to Ali Alexander, starts a Christian movement that goes on to basically spur the incitement of January 6th. How can he sit here and get people to listen to him and support him, saying, oh, I'm a victim. I started all of this. I did all this. It was amazing, man. I'm the most powerful, smartest guy in the world. But I got played by everybody, even losers like Tory. No. Don't fall for that bullshit.
Incompetence with Steve Bannon. Incompetence with Reince Priebus. Incompetence with Clark, Mattis, Kushner, Cohn, Ivanka.
Hey, don't be fucking with Ivanka. Did anybody notice? I think Ivanka may have winked at me when she was testifying there earlier. I don't know. Fuck you, Akbar. Don't mess with my Ivanka.
Scavino. And when the election was stolen,
or attempted to be stolen by you,
and the country didn't know what to do with its frustration, an activist and a consultant called Ali Alexander and said, Ali, you are the only person who knows the GOP county chairs. You're the only person who knows all the
activist and consultant. Now that's got to be fucking stoned, my friends. That's got to be stoned. But look, he never mentions Roger Stone's name.
The Tea Party former state coordinators.
His phone logs would, though.
You're the only person who knows
his Twitter DMs, wink, wink, nod, nod, Elon Musk would.
MAGA, unite us all, Ali. Bring us protests. Bring us stop the steal that you did in 2018 to protect Ron DeSantis and Rick Scott's seats successfully in Florida. That when our elections were being stolen in 2018, Ali was the loudest voice. Ali Alexander was the loudest voice. And in 2020, when everything fell apart, Ronna Romney McDaniel and Harmeet Dillon, two sides of the same coin, said, well, we got to go lick our wounds. I called people in Arizona, and I said, take to the streets. I called Congressman Gosar, and I said, I have your back. Do you have ours? I called activists in Georgia, and I said, get your butts down there. Protest. I called North Carolina and Wisconsin and Michigan.
Thank God most of these people wised up to him. This was, I believe, after J6, and they said, well, this guy's a moron.
I called Pennsylvania. And 4 days later, we had over 50,000 people in all 50 states protesting in this country, and I knew we had built something that the oligarchs would come to fear.
Yeah, the neurotics. Your little army of retards. Who wouldn't fear that?
And I'm glad they're afraid. 3 times we took people.
No. 50,000 fucking sociopaths being led by this freaking moron. Why would anybody be concerned about that?
People to D.C. Millions of Americans to D.C. And we let this government know that we own it, that we live in a republic. We did that together. We did the impossible. Let me repeat that again. We did the impossible. Never before had so many millions of people, right-wing people, turned out in the streets 62 consecutive days in 5 states.
Okay, so he wants to take credit for that, but it wasn't just him. I mean, what level? Look at the level of narcissism with this guy. There were so many people that were bringing people there for different reasons, right? Not all of them completely broken like this guy's.
8 to 10 consecutive Saturdays in 50 states with no money. The RNC raised somewhere with
money.
Trump 250 to...
We showed in Shadowgate 2. No, we showed in I'm sorry, in Millie showed in Psy Up the Steel the receipts, right? For his all these accounts just going straight to him. Right? I mean, holy shit, talk about showing receipts.
$450 million, and I get called the thief for the money that they raised. When we didn't even raise $1 million. And then I had grift.
You know, the Republicans are actually looking pretty smart right now that they can sit back and say, yeah, thanks, Akbar, for pointing out that we did not give you money. Trump's over there going, thanks, Akbar, for pointing out I didn't help you with your attorneys. Interesting.
Like the Women for America First, raising millions of dollars off my donors, spending it on buses and steak and makeup and hair.
Wasn't he just talking about having prime rib with, some really like big people? And okay, he's really calling out the Women's March for spending money on hair. Okay. Anybody, that's a low-hanging fruit right there for a comedy night type situation. Anybody want to come out and field that one on how that's going to go over? Yeah, they were spending money on hair for a Women's March. Jesus H. Mary and Joseph.
Well, the rest of us were out in the streets. I'm so tired of the Republican Party. And after January 6th, when I surrendered control over to the White House...
He didn't surrender control over the White House on the 6th. And oh, by the way, on the 5th, everybody remember the video? Do I have that video? I don't think I have that brought into here. Everybody remembers the video of me calling out Akbar. Me walking through with my badge and Akbar having to stand there at the gate not being able to get through. Remember that? Yeah. That's because they wouldn't let him in. That's because they were like, oh, this guy's a fucking criminal. A grifter. We cannot let him into that women's function on the 5th. But he did. They ended up, pretty much having to concede to it because of people like Stone and others that they knew were just going to attack the living shit out of them and they did.
And the Women for America First to plan an event. It went to shit.
Now the Women for America First, specifically, what's his name? Dustin Stockton. He came out and said a little bit different of a story. Like, our permit was only for this area. Our permit didn't extend to the White House or to the Congress, down by the Capitol. They didn't have enough shitters set up and all of that stuff along that route to be able to send people there. You moron. So this guy's just, everything he says is a damn lie. And those teeth, man. I mean, seriously?
Video and the instructions that they were supposed to give on January 6th on that stage. Instead, we got a crap speech from Trump. It was the most boring speech of Trump's career. And there was infighting. the Women for America First called the police on Trump's staff to block the gates so that Ali Alexander didn't speak, Alex Jones didn't speak.
Nice. Thank you, Akbar. Right? But now they weren't doing that. Okay, let's be very clear here. Let's be very clear. The people that were putting on the American the Women for America First were people directly connected to like Bannon, We Build the Wall, and they did not get a pardon from Trump like Bannon did for that. So they turned around and they went and spoke, testified to their involvement in what they did. I've never seen their testimony, but that might be coming out actually. January 6th committee said that they were going to be J6 committee said they were going to be releasing by the end of the year all the most of that information. This should be very interesting to see if they release a testimony of people like Akbar. I doubt they'll release my testimony, but that would be interesting, wouldn't it? The January 6th committee, and I'm going to get wrapping up the evening here pretty quick. What do we got here? About another minute or two. The January 6th committee, they missed out on some really good opportunities that they had. They could have put together a good well, actually, the J6 committee should have never existed. There's no way that you're going to ever have that to be nonpartisan. It should have been a special counsel that was agreed upon by everybody and done properly with the appropriate subpoena power and all of those things. These guys, the January 6th committee, although it did reveal some information to me, it was just an exercise in politics. They wanted to do everything that they could to tarnish Trump, right? That's why they didn't go after people like Akbar. That's why they didn't go after people like Stone and others. They put enough of them in there to where the special counsel, the Department of Justice, may be able to take action over the next couple years. And of course, that's going to be political. Special counsel isn't subject to funding by Congress. So Republicans can't come in and just shut down the special counsel or take away their funding. That's going to happen over the next couple years, whether you like it or not. It's just a fact. It's going to be highly politicized. But I don't think for a lot of these people, you're going to find the continued support that they had, or the continued defense that they had. You might even find that a lot of people that protected, that kept my stuff, specifically ShadowNet, Shadowgate, quiet during Akbar's reign, may turn around and decide that they want to use that information against Akbar. Now that he's calling out Trump, now that he's attacking everybody from Bannon to Trump to, dear God, heaven forbid, the Pillow King, Mike Lindell, he's going after everybody. Except for Roger Stone. Doesn't seem to recognize that guy's name. Now, wow. I hope you guys found this to be as informative as I did. Just absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, we're going to close things out, my friends. If you can help out, please visit freedomstream.tv/contribute. You can do that for the next couple days. Then Freedom Stream's going to be going down. I'm going to keep a backup of it. If someday things turn around, get this message out, I'll be able to restore it and put it back up. But that's not going to be until I have people to be able to help me work with it. maintain it, update the content. I believe through the sale of my books, if as soon as this gets out, we'll be able to accomplish a lot of that. That's not grifting. I put hundreds and hundreds of hours into each book. Printing, time, formatting. They're getting better too. Looking very closely right now. I've been doing some research in my spare time on different writing techniques. I like Quentin Tarantino, but to be able to, for the next book that I write, to be able to put it together as a script. So that's something I'm working on or thinking about. Maybe we'll be putting that together in the new year. It's not going to be offered. It's not going to be done like I did with the books and stuff before. That can't happen. That was a good idea. It was the best idea that I could come up with. I shipped over 1,000 orders. A few of them got screwed up, but for the most part, 99% of them did just great. I'm really proud of that, but that was a lot of work. It was too much stress. It's causing me stress from today, although you wouldn't, to this day, although you wouldn't know it, right? But, nope. If you like what we're doing here, I can't do it without your help. Oh. I can't do it as well as I'd like to without your help. We're very limited. Scott Bennett's going to be walking down our affidavits to Twitter. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to do, I'm booked on Scott Bennett's show this Friday, and we're going to talk about his going down to Twitter. Hopefully he'll record that and handing off my affidavit to, or my request to Twitter. Let's see what happens there. Scott's going to put his own request in there. He was in December. He was in he was there November, December, or he was there up until actually like Thanksgiving. But he's been impacted by the suppression of Shadowgate and the suppression and the misinformation and disinformation that was put out about me. You can see that with the work that with him losing his job at American Media Periscope. That guy John Chambers. That guy's freaking he's as far up General Flynn's caboose as anyone that is pretty much anyone I've met in that circuit over the last few years. So we got a lot of good things that we're working on. Honest things. Non-grifter like, right? Just trying to find out the truth. Next show is Wednesday. Comedy night. I will see you guys then. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night, and God bless.
And clearly, our people were overrun by the nut jobs.